Oh, didn't see you there. Just looking up some tips to be more like Jack the Stud Studnika. Studnika! Studnika! You're coming on strong. A real game breaker. Studnika! Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team, welcome back. And that is a dub! We did it. We did the thing. Oh, we have so much to talk about. Through the pageantry, I just want to get right into this. Okay, so game's going to start. Lines are remaining basically the same thing. I am just freaking out because a big loss here would have just destroyed me and you. Now, before this game, I had a thought that maybe the Boston Bruins have a deal with Ford. That deal is that during the Ford F-150 Final Five, so passionately announced by Jack Edwards every game, we have to be tied at some point during that last 5 minutes. We have to be. That way there's more interest in the game, there's more eyes on the screen, more people have seen the Ford F-150 Final Five. That is why all these games are so close. That's the only reason. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason. You can't prove me otherwise. You can't disprove. You can't cut. Period one. Here we go. The boys come out buzzing again. And they're great again. And we can't score again. I'm not going to talk a lot about this period. There were some penalties. There were some dumb plays. But for the most part, we dominated that first period. But we come out of the period tied. The biggest notes are that, again, we can't score 5-on-5. And DeBrusque looks more engaged. That's it. That's it. That's all I've really got for that first period. We can't score a goal. And so maybe my brain just turned off and I couldn't help but not notice anything else because I just wanted a goal. I just wanted an even say goal. It's been 10 periods without one. 10! That's 3 games and the first period for those counting at home. I literally said after the first intermission that this might be the most frustrating team in hockey to watch if you take the expectations versus the current results. And no, we're not 0-4 or something like that, but just watching them and being so frustrated with they can't finish at all. Second period. And for the second game in a row, we look good to start the second period. To follow tradition, I get to say the fourth line looks amazing. I love them so much. I love it when the fourth line's out. They haven't done anything really, but they pin the opposition into their zone. And it's just fun to watch Frederick pick fights everywhere. And God, is it weird that I'm so excited about this kid? I need a Frederick jersey ASAP. McAvoy also early on is showing why he should be a Norris Trophy candidate. I know, again, he doesn't have the points, but he's out there playing chess while everyone else is playing marbles, man. He is deking around people in front of his own net, and it makes you just pucker, but also makes you go, that's my boy. Then Krejci takes a penalty, kills all momentum. That's going to be a theme. I've noticed, and this is just really from Twitter and from Jack Edwards, that everyone's just as annoyed as I am. You just watch a team, and then you take a penalty, and you're like, are you serious? And then they score off the penalty, and you're like, are you serious? But Giroux picks a corner, and I'm just sitting here going, here we go again. Here we go again. We get to sit here and watch our team be boring. Because now they're going to deflate, which they did. And they're just going to feel like crap, which they should, because they can't score. And they have to wait. We're just waiting for the other team to take a penalty so we have a chance at a goal. Because no matter how much we're around their net, and no matter how much possession we have on their side of the ice, I don't feel like we're going to score. And I don't feel like that because I've watched 3 games of it. And to prove my point, Krejci has a open look from the middle of the slot. Just, you got time. Not a breakaway, but he's just got the puck right between the circles. Throw it in the net. Can't do it. And then it gets worse because Grizz goes down again. Thank God he played this game, but boom. Looks like it could be really bad, but he stayed on the bench. He came back later in the game. It looks like a hyperextension, but we can't afford these injuries. And the poor guy goes down, and I'm losing my mind because if you watch the game, he was putting 0 weight on that leg as he got off. And I was like, oh, please just be the skate blade. Please just be the skate blade. Nope. He was not feeling good. He did come back, though, because he's a trooper. This team is tough. I'm gonna give him that. And again, we're kind of buzzing. And then Smith, who I have not seen anything from yet, Wide open net and just misses. Just blatantly misses over the top of the net. And Bjork takes a penalty. Kills all momentum. Oh, Bjorky boy. Oh, buddy. Oh, boy. Oh, buddy. Bjork did not play most of the third. He has officially lost the faith of Cassidy, and he's been jumping around lines, so it's unfair to judge him too harshly. And you're worried because you're kind of thinking, man, if this guy doesn't have any confidence and he just wants to change the scenery at a certain point, he doesn't have a lot of value. It wasn't during the penalty kill, but right after the penalty expired. I think it was 7 seconds after. JVR, just little tap in. It was a breakdown in defense. Lauzon should have been on him. That was way too easy. So that was a breakdown. Here's the worst part. Body posture of the entire team sinks. You get why everyone feels and looks like shit. Because you've outplayed this team again. And you're losing by 2 goals, but you can't seem to put the puck in the net. And then we reach a really scary part. Because it's the end of the second. And frustration's mounted, and we've had 4 penalties this game, because when your team is frustrated, penalties happen. Every time. This was, I think, a moment that we might look back at, depending on how this season goes. And we'll go, that was a turning point. And I know it's early. But early matters this season. More than it has any other season before. But I'm going to sum it up without any of the sugarcoating that was said by Cassidy and whatnot. Basically, after the second intermission, Cassidy looks his players in the face and goes, hey, you're a fucking coward. We have possession. We're in their zone. No one's in front of the net. And when someone is in front of the net, they're cleared out easily. No one's fighting. No one's ready to take the hits with the exception of Nick Ritchie, who has been our best player through 4 games and is a whole nother conversation. But Cassidy calls them cowards. He says, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. This is what we needed. That's it. Right? You're a little bitch. Do your job. Sometimes you need that, and professional athletes usually need that, unless you're the Toronto Maple Leafs. And immediately, Jakey has a chance. He's an open shot on Karaha. Here's the problem. He shoots it right into his chest, and Jack Edwards commented on it, but everyone saw it. The confidence was not there, and DeBrusk is feeling it bad. Off the rush. Krejci. Spinorama. I refer to that as the perfect assist. You spin, you toss. It was a little different because it was a spin and it was just thrown towards the net. And the stud, Jack the Studnika, comes barreling through and just knocks it in. And that's a goal. And it's a dirty goal. It's not a snipe. It's not a snipe from the top of the circle, but it's a 5-on-5 goal done the right way. Because goalies are good, and you need to find new ways to beat them. That's all it is. And he did. He crashed the net, knew he was going to take some damage going in, and got his first NHL goal. Nice. But wait a second. There's more. Third line comes out. Ooh, I love me some Coyle. Oh, I just love it. Oh, give me more of it. So he comes through, and he's like, I can do a spin too. This is after a ton of forecheck pressure. Coyle shot, loses it, spins, throws it in net, and looked at Krejci like, I don't need a second guy to do this for me. I can do it my damn self. Strong push from Philly after this. We get handed into our own zone. Then it goes a little back and forth. Really bad bounce for us. Really good bounce for them. Right off Sanheim's skate. Right between Rask's legs. 5-hole. We're back down. And I'm a little deflated again, but I'm also kind of like, well, hold on. These are my boys, and I trust my boys, and they're starting to look like my boys. So let's get this dub. Little did I know, Bergie went spins? He's in his favorite spot ever, the bumper. I love seeing him there. He loves being there. We're all happy. And he shoots, and it gets blocked. And then he just goes with that second chase. He's like, I've got really great hand-eye coordination. That puck's mine again. And then he does this little half spin, and he sends it to the net. And Ritchie just bumps over hot. That's a goal. Ritchie gets another one. And he deserves it. And we're tied again, and I'm losing my mind. Now, this was a power play goal, but I'm still happy about it. Like, I still want our power play to do well and our even strength to do well. And we got 2 into 1. Great. And then it gets weirder. We have another showing of great pressure in their zone, and it gets to Carlo, and a fat clapper from above the circle, and it's in, and we have the lead and 3 even strength goals. Well, and then we allow another one on the PK, so it's a tie game. Remember my theory about the Ford F-150 Final 5? Yeah. All season. All season. To overtime we go for the third time in 4 games. Quick notes on overtime. Marchand, and this goes for all of his play, actually, really hasn't looked that good. And he's coming off injury, so he's just a little sloppy right now. He's a little rusty, but his hands aren't there, and that's the biggest thing. The effort's there, but the hands aren't there, and I'm really hoping he gets back to that soon. Rask played amazing, and in fact, I'd argue he played really well all game. It's just he had a couple bad bounces. That happens. Shootout. Again, Smith goes first, keeps it really simple, no dice. He just kind of strolled up and picked a spot, took a shot. I don't hate that. If you know you have a good shot and a clean release, go for it. On the other end of things, Voracek waited way too long and Rask just had to stay in front of him. That was a bad idea. Good job by Rask, though. Coyle gets the deke he wants, goes outside, can't hit the net. Oof, that's a tough look, but he'll get him. Konechny, who's so hot right now, could absolutely have beaten Rask, but Rask was stayed in good positioning, and although he didn't really move much, he got a piece of it. All that matters. And then, instead of Marshy, who's kind of our like, hey, make sure you score so that we can win in overtime and stuff, we go with DeBrusque. The guy who has no confidence right now. His posture sucks. And he's coming out and he looks nervous, that little baby face, looking nervous. He flies down the ice. And just chips it over Hart. Top corner. Babyface magic. Cheddar. Fuck you, I'm going home. Big PP energy, big dub. We're 2-0 in shootouts. Yay! I want a legitimate win. Like, I want a real regulation win. I want one so bad. But these points are important. And while we find our game, I'ma take them. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thanks again for watching. Keeping it quick. Like, subscribe, or comment, or whatever. I really like comments. I think those are my favorite. I like all of them, but like, talk to me, because I like talking hockey, and I don't have a lot of people where I live to talk hockey with. I got to be on the Discord, and I'm not super huge on Twitter, but like, I've been doing that, I guess. I don't know. Go Bees!